Hey y'all, it's Jade.Samone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I make videos on beauty, hair, fashion, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of that kind of content, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because you're going to love it here. It's very lit. So today we have us a story time. If you hear anybody in the background, that body is my daughter. She is very much awake, and it is very much like 12 a.m. or something like that. I'm a night owl. Are you a night owl? Like, let me know. Do you get your best work done in the AM or the PM? Because I have hair to do in the AM. And so, yeah, I really should be going to sleep. But instead, I'm going to record me a couple of videos because I need the content to be rolling. It's 2021. We're growing. We are steadfast. Okay? Nothing is getting in the way. Nothing is getting in the way of the growth. And that's just that on that. All right, y'all. So my hair is straight. Do you like it? Do you love it? I feel like my hair is looking less and less red and more brown. But I think it looks cute. Got some wine. Doing hair in the morning, so we're not trying to get too lit. But we're going to get just a little bit lit. Just a little bit. And I'm going to tell y'all this story. Because if you're here, then you read the title and you know. We're coming with the story time today, strictly for entertainment purposes, because if I take L's, I should tell y'all about them, and maybe y'all won't take the same L, or maybe y'all could just, you know, laugh and kiki a little bit with me. I don't know. So, disclaimer, everything that happened in the story time happened mad years ago, like long time ago, and I don't have like any ill feelings toward anybody in this story. This is very much old news for me, very much new tea for y'all. And I just want to throw that out there. Like, I am speaking from where I saw everything happening, my feelings, my thoughts on the situation, and how I perceived it. But it's a whole other perspective to this story, and that's all fine and dandy, you know what I'm saying? But this is what I have to say. This is my story time from the perspective of Jade. And also, you know, I really didn't know if I wanted to like make story times because obviously there are other people involved. But I do feel like it's my life, like, and it happened to me. And if I feel like telling my subscribers about it, then I should be able to do so respectfully. And also, if like people wanted me to tell a better story, then they should have behaved better. They should have been on their best behavior, and they weren't. Trust me, somewhere it's a whole bunch of people that could tell y'all some not so great stories about me, and that's perfectly fine and dandy. They can do that, and I'm gonna sit up over here, sip my wine, and tell y'all the stories that I got about other folks that are not so fine and dandy, and that's just that on that. All right, so my best friend stole my boyfriend's. Yes and no. My best friend and my boyfriend started dating after him and I were broken up. So technically, did we break up? Yes. Was he my ex? Yes. But like, we were in high school, and it was very much a high school relationship where we were very on again, off again, on again, off again. And like, everybody and their mama knew that when we were off, we would be on again. So let's just keep that in mind. Let's just keep that in mind during the story time, because so I had a best friend. We are going to be calling her Linda. Linda. So yeah, we're going to be calling her Linda. And this story is about Linda and my boyfriend, who we will be calling Martin. And yeah, we were in high school. It was our junior year, and it was his senior year. And him and I had broken up. So I don't remember what we broke up for. We was always breaking up. Like, I don't know. We broke up. Like, I don't know why. We was mad. We was done again. So him and I was done. Linda and Martin had a friendship because obviously she was my best friend. That was my boyfriend. He was very friendly. Yeah, he was very friendly with all of the girls, with all of everyone. Just a friendly personality, okay? And she was Linda. So Anyways, so Linda and Martin have developed their own very close relationship, which naive high school 16-year-old Jade thought absolutely nothing was wrong with. And let's just say that, like, I understand why women and men are not comfortable with their significant other having friends of the opposite sex, because it's always some shady stuff that just happens that you just like, you know, just ruin it for everyone. Why don't you? So just to give y'all some little details, like Linda and Martin were close, like they had each other's numbers, they would text, possibly talk on the phone, I don't know. Like, for instance, the way my high school was set up, we had different buildings in the school, and like whatever category you fell under, most of your classes would be in G or B or whatever. I can't remember all the letters, but they was like different letters. So my locker so happened to be in the B building, which was convenient for some of my friends who had lockers that were just not as convenient. So we all just shared my locker, and they put like their stuff that was closest to that class in my locker. And so we all shared my locker. Like, everybody had my combination, like, period. But Linda, she shared a locker with Martin. Like, and what's funny about that is our lockers were very close, me and Martin. So let's say my locker was right here. His was literally like 25 steps that way. You know what I'm saying? So, shady. But I don't really remember why she shared a locker with him. I want to say her reasoning was something like, oh, it's too many of y'all over there at that locker. And it's like, okay, like, didn't think nothing of it. Didn't think anything of it. So this time when me and Martin had broken up, I remember him and Linda were super close at the time, and she had ended up asking me, like, that he asked her if she would go to the dance with him. Now, I don't remember if she said it was like a friend thing or like if it was a date, but I guess I kind of just assumed that it was a friend thing because like they were friends and I really didn't think anything of it. And I was like, yeah, you can go to dance with him, whatever. Like, I don't care. Y'all are friends. We all are cool. Like, me and him is broken up, so whatever. So we're just gonna fast forward and we're gonna go right to the dance. So we're at the dance, and our friend group is the same friend group. So Linda and Martin is dancing right, like, with our friend group, because we're all in the same friend group. So they're dancing, I'm dancing with my girls, they're over there dancing, but the kind of dancing that they're doing is like her ass in his lap. Like, yeah, very cheeky dancing. So that's what they over there doing. So this is making me kind of side eye the whole situation, because like, y'all is doing a lot. Like, y'all are doing a lot. Like, y'all are really putting it out there. So, and I mean, I'm right here to just see y'all. So, what else is a girl to do but to watch, So it's just making me feel away, like a little uncomfortable, because like, why are y'all grinding each other like that? Like, just nasty, just gross. Just thinking about it, it's just nasty. So Linda ends up taking Martin's hand and like escorting him to the back of the cafeteria. We had our dances in the cafeteria, so she escorts him to the back of the cafeteria. We're like in the middle, and they go like all the way to the back to a secluded area. Not secluded, but just secluded from us. So of course, me being the observer that I am, I follow at a decent distance so that they don't notice they're being followed, because obviously you don't want to tip the followee off that they're being followed by the follower. No, hello. So I follow at an appropriate distance, and they go like, we have like we still, I don't know, but they had like big pillars in the cafeteria, and so they went basically behind one of those, and they just get a making out, like making out. humping with their tongues. Just all up in the middle of the dance being nasty. Just nasty. Gross. So me being me, I'm a Cancer. Have I referenced that before? I'm not super confrontational on site. I like to get help. So I'm like sending out a SOS, a smoke signal. Hootie hoo! Like, somebody come help. Like, help me. Nigga. Like, help me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for my friend group because I'm looking for my other best friend, who we're gonna call Tasha. Shout out to Tasha, love you. And yeah, they dispersed that mad fast. Like, I walked away for 2.5 seconds. I went back and everybody was gone. Like, they must have caught the vibe, because like everybody was gone out that jam. I'm walking around the cafeteria, more like storming around the cafeteria. And I remember, y'all, the song that was playing was that fancy song. You go like, oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? You got your nails done, hair done, everything did. And then the nails done, hair done, everything did. Do y'all remember that? Like, if y'all kind of young, y'all probably don't remember that. But if you're my age range, you remember that song. And I just thought it was so fitting, because that's how I felt. I'm like, oh, you're fancy. Like, you're really trying it. Like, you're really gonna sit here and do me like this? Me? Like, Linda, what we had was so special. What we had was real. Like, that was my best bitch. I loved Linda. I loved Linda. Like, y'all, we had been friends since freshman year, and our compatibility was just crazy. Like, I felt like that was my other half. We just had so much fun together. She was into all the same nonsense and shenanigans I was into. Like, the only other person I can say that I have this kind of compatibility with is my sister. And so it was just like so refreshing to find that in another human. And then she did me like this, and it was just like sad, because it was basically the downfall of our entire future. So no, me and Linda are no longer friends, but I don't have any ill feelings toward her. Like, I really wish her well, but I do feel like it was kind of the beginning of the end for us. Anyways, now that the sidebar is over, so yeah, I'm storming around the cafeteria. I'm singing the fancy song. Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh? Because I'm just really trying to calm myself down. And I'm really trying to find Tasha and the rest of my friend group to help me calm me down. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, you know? And so I'm storming around the cafeteria, and like how a magician pulls like a rabbit out of a hat, I feel like Linda just popped up in front of me, like somebody pulled her out of a hat. And so I'm just storming around, and it's like she was just like in my face. And so she's like, oh my gosh, Jade, what's wrong? Because I'm just clearly pissed. And I'm just like, what's wrong? Girl, get out of my face. Like, please leave me alone. And so she's just like steady trying to figure out what's wrong with me. And I'm just storming around the cafeteria, still trying to find who I'm trying to find. And she's just like behind me, like trailing me. What's the matter? What happened? What happened? And it's like, girl, you just came from sucking his face. Like, you know what happened. You know why I'm upset. It's only real reason. One thing that I could have seen in this cafeteria right now, full of happiness and dancing, that could make me upset in the middle of the cafeteria. Like, stop playing with me. Like, don't insult my freaking intelligence like that. So eventually I find Tasha and the rest of my friends, and so I basically just tell them everything that happens. Mind you, Linda is standing here still because she like would not stop following me, and I really wanted to like turn around and punch her ass in the face, but I didn't, because I was a very, very saved and sanctified young lady in those days. Now, if it was today, I couldn't tell you the same thing, but back then, like, I was still very much, you know, I still had a lot of my innocence, and I just want to say, like, the best way to put it was naive, like, to think that people that I love would not do me like that. Like, I was just so in shock that they would, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously I'm stupid. I let them go to dance together thinking, oh, they're gonna be friends, like, you know, letting them share lockers and exchange numbers, and just dumb, like dumb stuff that hello, red flags all over the place, you know? And I'm just ignoring the red flags. I tell them everything that happens. Linda hears it. I don't really remember if she tried to like apologize or explain herself, because all I remember is being so angry and I just didn't want to talk to her or say anything. Martin, I'm 100% sure that I didn't speak to him or say anything, because like I said, we was broken up and I was pissed and he was probably pissed about something stupid. So I wasn't even thinking about that man. I was just only thinking about Linda and like how she could portray me like this, because like betrayal, but like that's all that there is to it, like a whole bunch of betrayal. So after the dance, we always go out to eat. So we had plans to go to Applebee's, and Linda was supposed to come, but I'm like, nah, she can't come. Like, she not coming with us. Like, y'all can go with her, but y'all ain't gonna be hanging out with me. And so basically the friend group was like, you know, Linda, you fucked up, you was in the wrong. So like, I feel like, you know, you're just gonna have to take your L tonight. And she did gracefully. Like, I don't even think that she made no big fuss about it or like was too overly apologetic. Like, that's not even her character. So I'm sure that that's not how she was acting. It was probably like a very low-key nonchalant, like after I wasn't trying to hear her out, she probably was just like, okay, fuck it, like, because that's kind of like her attitude about things most of the time. Not to say that she didn't care, but I feel like she's just kind of prideful in that way. Well, she was. I don't know how she is today, you know, like, we obviously are not friends. We don't hang out and we don't really speak, so maybe she isn't like that anymore. But back in those times, that's how she came off to me. So we get in the car. My mom picks us up from the dance to take us to Applebee's. We get in the car and I find out that our family dog died. And that was like the best dog. So I just started bawling my freaking eyes out. Mind you, I didn't tell my mama nothing about what happened with Martin and Linda. I just started crying because it was like, this is the freaking worst night ever. Like, we love that dog, y'all. Like, we really love that. Like, that was a special dog. I feel like we never met a dog like that. But anyways, that happened. And it just was like the icing on top of the cake to totally ruin my night. So I'm at Applebee's and I'm just like a crying hot mess. Like, ew, girl, pick up your chin. Like, why are you crying in the Applebee's? So when we got to Applebee's, we had met up with another friend group that went to the dance at the other high school in my city. And they had this guy there. I don't remember his name. But I just remember he was trying to be like so nice to me because he was seeing me like sad and crying. And I feel like he was just so sweet. Like, I feel like that was just because I didn't know this man from a can of paint. But he was just trying to be so nice and cheer me up. And it worked like 5%. Like, he was cute or whatever, but it only worked like 5%. Like, I'm pretty heartbroken right now, friends. So it's just not gonna work out. But thank you so much for being such a sweetheart, you know? You know, like, it's just not the right time for this. Like, it's not giving me what it needs to give me, you know? Let's speed this thing up. The dance was on a Friday. So I had the whole weekend to marinate. And I just remember I went to sleep and I just cried myself to sleep that night. And my cousin had came in my room and she's like, are you okay? Like, the next morning she had came and I was like, did all that really happen last night? Or was it like a bad dream? And she was like, no, it happened. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So Monday rolls around and I remember I was talking to one of my friends that was also friends with Linda. And she was saying like she felt like I was going to try to fight her or something crazy that wasn't even in my character. So it just seemed very weird that she would think that. But honestly, by Monday, I was just over the whole shit. And like I said, that was my best bitch. So I just wanted to get like over it and move on because I didn't want to lose my friend. Like, I loved her. So I remember I walked in the cafeteria and I seen her and I walked up to her and I gave her a hug. Yes, y'all, I gave that bitch a hug. And I remember like when I went to give her the hug, she kind of did one of these, like I was gonna hit her or something. But like, come on, like, Linda, you know me. You know I was not gonna hit you, girl, put my hands on you. Like, that's not even the kind of person I was. And yeah, after that, we was just like, cool. I was like, you know, I'm not mad. I forgive you. Like, if you wanna, I forgive you, you know, whatever. So I just remember after that, her and Martin started dating, which was very weird because, like, bitch, you know that I'm about to get back with him in 5.6 seconds. But in all honesty, when they had started dating, like, they were dating, like, going out, like, boyfriend, girlfriend type shit. And so when they started doing that, I was kind of like, okay, me and Martin is definitely over because, like, you're just so disrespectful. I wasn't even mad at Linda no more. At this point, I'm just like, I know how Martin is very charming. And I mean, a part of me always just kind of felt like she wanted what I had with him, which is like, I don't know. Like, I just always felt like that. Like, even after this whole, let me finish telling the story. So her and Martin started dating. I think they dated for like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, give or take 2 weeks. And yeah, after that, Martin was right back on my phone. And I'm like, nah, go be with Linda. Like, that's who you want to be with. Go be with her. Like, you in a whole relationship with my best friend, bro. Stop playing with me. But you know, he did his thing. Talked his talk. Jade, you know, I don't love that girl. Jade, you know, it's never gonna, you know, it wasn't never nothing with her. Like, I was just, I don't even know. Like, we walked the band, you know, it's me and you. Like, run the whole script. Like, you know how your man is. Like, especially when you're in high school, like, you already know who he's coming back to. Like, like, that's a surprise. You already know who he gonna run back to every time. Every time, you know, he know where home is. So now, y'all, at this point, I'm feeling kind of bad because I'm like, dang, like, now I stole him back from Linda. And, like, I'm like, that'll make me no better than her. Like, this is what I'm literally thinking. Like, I'm like feeling bad because I stole my boyfriend back from the woman who started dating him after me. Like, from my best friend who started dating my boyfriend after me. Like, Jade, bitch, are you dumb? Like, that's all I can say. Like, every time I think about this story in my head, I just be like, you didn't make no type of good sense. Like, girl, what? The moral compass was just out of this world because, honey, you feel bad? All right, so back in those days, I used to paint my nails and I used to put like little designs on them. So he told me, I want you to paint your nails blue and write, I love Martin. Like, obviously it wasn't I love Martin, it was his real name, but his name fit like perfectly. I love his name fit like perfectly all over my nails. So I had put it on there. So my friend went and told Linda, oh yeah, go look at Jade's nails. Like, yeah, take a look at those. Because I didn't want to do it because I didn't want her to like find out about us getting back together. Like, I don't know, y'all. Like, it was just very weird energy for me. Like, I just didn't want her to be mad at me because I was back with my boyfriend. Just cringy. So her and I had, sorry, notification from Insta. So her and I, actually, matter of fact, since we're shouting Insta out, go ahead and follow me at Jade.Samone _ go ahead and do that. A little self-promotion there. A little self-promotion. Ain't never hurt nobody. All right. So her and I had gym together, first period. And her and I had a lot of classes together, actually. So she walks in the locker room and the first thing she says, let me see your nails. And I'm like, huh? And she's like, let me see your nails. So I showed her them. And she goes, oh, cute. And I'm like, thank you. Like, what I'm supposed to say, like, bitch, thank you. My man, period. Like, what did you expect? So, honestly, y'all, after that moment, I don't remember anything else that happened with that, like, situation. Other than the fact that she actually started dating his best friend. And I believe that there was some kind of a weird situation where we had found out that him and her was messing around or something. And I think that we couldn't figure out if it was true or not. I don't even remember what the story was. Like, I'm getting all of this off. I got the idea to even do this off of old Facebook messages that I seen between her and actually me and her ex, because we were talking about the, like, oh, do you believe it? Like, do you think it's true? Like, this is kind of weird. And he was super nonchalant, guys. So he was just like, man, I ain't worried about that shit. And I was like, oh, okay, must be great to be you. Because I'm concerned. I'm worried. I'm pressed. I'm bothered. Honey, you know? But yeah, after that, I don't really remember what happened. But like I said, it just always seemed like she wanted the relationship that I had with him. And I don't know if that's kind of why she ended up doing all of that anyway. Like, because she just always kind of envied the relationship that him and I had. Because another one of my good friends had told me that she expressed to her that she wished that her boyfriend, we're just gonna call him Pickle, because that's actually what I called him. I called him Pickle, and he hated it. But that her boyfriend Pickle had that her boyfriend Pickle would treat her more like how Martin would treat me. And so I don't know, like her and I, and him and Martin and Pickle, we all like double dated a few times, and it was like cool or whatever. A lot of other things just started happening, and I feel like it was just like it was kind of like 3 strikes and she was out. I just feel like every little thing she would do, I kind of would nitpick at after that. Even though I forgave her, I don't know if I ever truly forgave her, because I feel like it was inevitable for our friendship to end, just because I just always felt kind of like I had a side eye on her and I couldn't trust her. And it was just like things that she would do would just not sit well with me. And I just always kind of felt like she owed me immense loyalty. And yeah, it was just things that happened in our relationship after that that made us not be friends anymore on both ends. Like, and if you ask her, like, she would tell you, well, I don't know what she would tell you, but I know in those messages, like after high school, I feel like I kind of tried to reach out to her and kind of like try to mend the friendship. And she was like, nah, because you think that you can just treat me any old kind of way. And you think that just because now we're out of high school and you ain't got no friends, like these are her words in the messages, and you don't got no friends, that you could just like come crying back to me and I'm gonna just be here for you, like at your disposal and all this other crap. It was just like a whole bunch of bullshit. Like when I look back at the messages, like, you dead ass was not a good friend to me. Like, you dead ass did a whole bunch of shit. It was one thing that I could say that I did that I fucked up. Like, I fucked up. Like, and honestly, if I would have known the extreme repercussions she would have faced, I would have never done it. But like, you know, it was not intentional. Like, mine was not intentional. And I just feel like I was always a good friend to her. Like, I really love this girl. Like, I really love this girl. And so that's probably why, like, I never really got over it, because it was always like one of those situations like, dang, like she really did me like that, you know? And I feel like that was the first time that somebody that I really loved like hurt me and made me feel like, damn, like the people that you love, that the people that you think won't ever do you wrong will. And that was kind of like the moment I feel like all of my innocence started kind of breaking down. And I just feel like I started like turning into a different person like after that. It's sad to think about, because like you really don't think that people will hurt you like that. And like they really will do you bogus. Like people that you really love and like you have a genuine love for, and you care for them, like that you would never do bogus. Like they will do you like that. And yeah, that's the end of that story time. I hope that y'all enjoy it. I hope that if y'all have a situation like this, or if y'all like have friends who do shady stuff like that, that y'all see the red flags and abort mission ASAP. That's just that on that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm really trying to grow my channel. I love all y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.